Hey guys, everything cool with you? Here we are with the newest episode of the Saga, Vegeta Awakening the Legendary Super Saiyan. I know you're anxious to know what's going to happen, but don't be in a hurry. I guarantee that today's episode will be epic. But first we have to say a few things so that we can finally continue with the video. If you like these videos and really like to follow, I ask that you leave a like on the video as much as it is annoying to ask. It helps a lot in the performance of the channel and motivates us to always keep bringing you amazing videos. That said, after the recap of the last episode of the saga, you will have the new episode. Vegeta walked toward the castle and was impressed by its size. As he stood in front of the castle, a door opened and Vegeta entered, as he knew the owner had noticed his presence. Upon entering the castle, Vegeta noticed that there were some old and very well-maintained artifacts. Vegeta then stopped observing the artifacts when he felt that he was not alone, that there was one more person there with him, when a voice echoed through the corridor. The owner of the voice said, "What do you want here, invader? How dare you trespass on sacred territory? Can't you see this is no place for bugs like you?" A calm and serious voice coming from the top floor of the castle questioned Vegeta. Vegeta looked around and looked for the voice he questioned. "I want to know who you are and where you are. And how dare you call me a bug, you bloody," said Vegeta, questioning in his voice. The owner of the voice questioned Vegeta back, speaking in a sarcastic tone. "You broke into my house and still ask who I am? Wouldn't I be the one to ask that question? In addition to being a miserable insect, you are nothing but an arrogant worm," said the owner of the voice. Vegeta then realized that the voice was right and replied, Okay, I'm Vegeta, Prince of the Saiyans, and I'm looking for a Saiyan with the ability to reach the form of a legendary Super Saiyan," said Vegeta, introducing himself and talking about why he was in the castle. The owner of the voice came down and appeared behind Vegeta. The owner of the castle had long and spiky hair and was much bigger and more muscular than Vegeta, and had a serious and mean face. As soon as Vegeta realized that the voice was behind him, the Saiyan turned and looked at him in surprise. The owner of the voice then said, "Vegeta, it's been a while since I heard that name. My name is Sprout and this is my castle. I'm the Saiyan you're looking for and who manages to reach the legendary form." "How did you know of my existence?" said Sprout, formally introducing himself. Vegeta had to turn his head slightly upwards to face Sprout, who was bigger than Vegeta. So the Saiyan said, "King Yardrat told me about you. He said that you could help me achieve this transformation of a legendary Super Saiyan. Could it be that you really can?" said Vegeta, clarifying Sprout's doubt. Sprout laughed and answered the Prince of Saiyans, saying, "You're not ready to transform into the legendary Super Saiyan yet. To be ready for that transformation, you'll have to go through 5 challenges first," said Sprout, speaking the truth to Vegeta. Vegeta, hearing this, was surprised as he expected Sprout to ask for something more difficult than just 5 challenges. Vegeta, with a slight smile, said, "Easy as that? I thought you were going to ask me for something in return, or something like that," said Vegeta, mocking what Sprout had said about the 5 challenges to transform into a Super Saiyan. Sprout's face turned serious and looked away. He said, "I owe that King Yardrat. And besides, your training will help me a lot too." "Well, enough talk. Bring me 17 heads of those flying monsters. But you'll have to do it without taking your feet off the ground. If by chance you take them off, you'll have to start the whole challenge again. Understood?" said Sprout, explaining the first challenge to Vegeta. Vegeta nodded, trusting that the Saiyan's words. Vegeta then started to run outside the castle, but before leaving the castle he was interrupted by a shout. "Come back here," said Sprout, ordering Vegeta to come back. Vegeta then came back and questioned, "What is it?" said Vegeta, questioning Sprout. Sprout said, "You just took your feet off the ground while running. To get outside, you'll have to teleport or walk," Sprout said, correcting Vegeta. Vegeta seemed to be surprised by all that. Several types of confused thoughts went through the Saiyan's head, impeding his line of reasoning that was already not the best. Vegeta grumbled at Sprout's comment, and then thought and finally found a method to carry out the challenge. Vegeta began to press his feet against the ground, dragging them. Vegeta dragged himself slowly until after a few minutes, he managed to get out of Sprout's castle and stand on the land outside the castle. Vegeta took a deep breath and then created an aura of vital energy around him, and with that pressure exerted on his body, Vegeta sank his feet into the ground, planting them in the part of the earth where he was. Then Vegeta with his energy did a kind of blade, which, in a quick movement, separated the rock where his feet were from the rest of the surrounding rocks. Vegeta then started flying with a piece of rock attached to his feet. That way, he couldn't easily lift his feet off the ground. Vegeta went to the skies trying to feel the energy of the flying creatures, but he didn't find any right away. So the Saiyan spent a few minutes wandering aimlessly looking for the flying creatures, until after a few minutes he saw in the distance a kind of nest of those animals that Sprout told the Saiyan to hunt. Vegeta sneaked into the nest and again created a blade of energy, and in the blink of an eye he eliminated everyone in that nest. And not too far away, Vegeta saw a pile of skulls from animals that were already dead. Vegeta took those skulls of the animals and placed them around him. There were 17 skeletons in total, just as Sprout had offered for him. Vegeta then took the heads to the castle with the feet still stuck to the rock. As soon as Vegeta entered the castle, he noticed that Sprout was sitting on the ground. Sprout looked at Vegeta, who had just arrived, and said, "Well, well, looks like you're really smart, just like your papa. Sensational. Let's go to the next challenge. Vegeta, as you well know, this planet has some pretty annoying barbarians. I want you to go and defeat their leader and bring him to me, and you can leave your feet on the ground this time. You passed the first task. Congratulations," Sprout said, smiling. It was a completely sadistic smile, but at least he approved of Vegeta's deeds. Vegeta found himself with no choice but to go after the leader of the barbarians. As Sprout had asked, Vegeta left the castle and started flying over the place so fast that he started to produce strong winds. Whenever he went, Vegeta then felt the energy of several people gathered. He went down to the ground, and in a sneaky way, Vegeta grabbed one of the barbarian's limbs and took him high above the clouds. Vegeta faced the barbarian with extreme coldness and hatred and asked, "Who is your leader? Answer me immediately before I end your miserable life," Vegeta said, questioning the barbarian. The barbarian then responded by pointing to a young man among the other people. It's the one with a white band on his arm," said the barbarian in complete despair. Vegeta threw the barbarian towards what appeared to be their base, and shortly afterwards fired hundreds of energy blasts at the barbarians, destroying their base and forcing their boss to appear. As soon as the leader appeared, Vegeta grabbed him and flew as fast as he could, reaching Sprout's castle in a matter of seconds. Vegeta threw the barbarian to the ground. The barbarian was completely dizzy from the speed Vegeta had flown towards the castle. Sprout gave a sadistic smile, looking like a psychopath. Sprout put his head over the barbarian's face and said, "Looks like I won, as usual. You gave me a lot of headache, you know." "Get lost, you worm," Sprout said in a tone of complete sarcasm and anger. Sprout held the barbarian's neck with one hand, and in the other was a powerful blast of ki that Sprout threw at the barbarian, thus ending his existence. Sprout was smiling in a cruel way that scared even the Saiyan Prince, Vegeta. Sprout faced Vegeta and congratulated him, saying, "Congratulations, great Prince of the Saiyans. You did better than I expected. Another challenge completed. I'll give you the third challenge now. Pay close attention. The third challenge is about..."
Sprout looked at Vegeta, who had managed to correctly complete all the challenges Sprout had given to the Prince of the Saiyans. Vegeta was visibly happy for his achievement, thinking that he would finally learn the legendary Super Saiyan transformation. However, Sprout completely cut Vegeta's animation, saying, "Vegeta, now, you must go to a cave, start your last challenge, and after completing this challenge, you will be able to transform into a legendary Super Saiyan," said Sprout, looking at Vegeta, who got excited. Vegeta then went to the cave that Sprout had mentioned. Sprout went with Vegeta to explain to him how the cave would work. A few minutes passed and they finally reached the cave. Sprout then said, "This is an ancient cave. I won't spoil the surprise, but I assure you, thinking too much will be bad for you. Anyway, good luck. Once you finish this last test, you don't need to look for me anymore. You can go straight to Earth again. Go and show what you are capable of," said Sprout, getting away from Vegeta and going back to his castle. Vegeta entered the cave, wondering how he would manage to use the legendary Super Saiyan transformation. Vegeta thought that if his old self was still present, he would be able to use the transformation without all that trouble. At the same moment that Vegeta thought that, something started to appear in front of him. It was the old version of Vegeta, from when he went to Earth for the first time to conquer the planet. Vegeta stared at his copy, completely confused and surprised. Vegeta's copy approached him and said, "Look, if it isn't Vegeta's weakling, you lost your essence, your hate. Since you started living with those damn humans, you've gotten even weaker. Where's that anger of yours? The rage that could destroy everything? Remember when you were Frieza's doormat, when you were defeated by him. Remember when you were humiliated by Kakarotto on Earth. Remember when you were eliminated in the Tournament of Power, from when you became Majin Vegeta. Try to remember all of that. From all the times you felt powerless and insufficient, from the moments you suffered from letting go of your anger. You've become dependent on others. Vegeta, are you proud of that?" "I'm sure not," Vegeta's clone said, prowling around him, trying to provoke the anger of the original Vegeta. And their effort apparently worked. Vegeta exploded with rage and punched his clone in the face, who was thrown away. The clone crashed against the wall, looking injured, but moments later, he got up as if nothing had happened. The clone stared at Vegeta and then said, "Is that all you have, Prince of Saiyans? Do you think that's enough to defeat me, or defeat Kakarado? You will need more, much more." Vegeta got angry with his clone and then went after him, hitting him with a punch in the stomach and several other blows through the regions of his body. Vegeta's clone felt all the blows and was even more injured. After being punched in the jaw by Vegeta, the clone slowly began to disappear. Vegeta left the cave and looked at his fists, saying, "I already understand. This is what I need. This is the energy I was missing," said Vegeta, shouting in a loud voice. Vegeta left the planet and began flying at high speed, heading for Earth. On the way to Earth, Vegeta watched the planet where he lived from afar and smiled, barely able to contain his joy for what was to come. Vegeta would finally be able to fight against his greatest rival, using the absurd power he gained from Sprout. Goku's defeat would stop being a dream and would become reality in moments. At least that's what Vegeta imagined would happen at that time. Vegeta then dove towards his target, going with all his speed to where his opponent was. The Prince of the Saiyans landed softly, as if he didn't want anything, and as soon as Vegeta touched the ground, he began his quest to quench his thirst for victory and power. After a while looking, Vegeta finally found his next opponent. Goku, without realizing anything, was happy to see Vegeta, who arrived greeting Goku, and with a smile and an ironic and mocking tone, Vegeta said, "Hello, Kakarado. We haven't seen each other for a while. Where have you been?" said Vegeta, greeting and questioning Goku. Goku didn't understand Vegeta's irony, and answered him seriously, "What do you mean, Vegeta? It was you who came out of nowhere. I've been around here the entire time. Anyway, where have you been? You've been training, haven't you?" said Goku, who was confused by the way Vegeta was talking to him. Vegeta laughed and with an arrogant tone, continued the conversation, saying, "There's only one way to find out about this. You will have to accept a rematch, and this time I will beat you, Kakarado," said Vegeta, optimistic. Goku scratched the back of his head and then said, "You are no match for me, Vegeta. No matter how hard you try and be strong, you will never be stronger than me. As long as I'm alive and well, you won't come close to defeating me," said Goku, trying to discourage Vegeta. Vegeta ignored what Goku said and went to an open space so they could fight without destroying too much. Goku accompanied him because he knew he wouldn't be able to convince Vegeta, not even after beating him several times, so the Saiyan just accepted and went after Vegeta for another duel, which Goku was sure he would win. The Saiyajins stretched and prepared to fight each other, and as soon as they finished stretching, they started to face each other and gather energy. Goku took the first step, charging towards Vegeta, who reacted by hitting towards Goku. Goku's punch lightly hit Vegeta, who hit him full with a knee, which broke Goku's defenses and gave Vegeta an opening to land another kick on Goku that sent him flying away. Goku, in an act of ignorance, transformed into a Super Saiyan God. Vegeta accompanied him doing the same. Both exchanged several powerful blows, where neither of them missed. Both Goku and Vegeta were having difficulties in creating a large opening so that they could attack each other for real, until Goku managed to distance himself and gathered enough ki to transform into Super Saiyan Blue. Vegeta, seeing Goku doing this, also achieved this transformation and they returned to fighting incessantly. The ki blasts released by Vegeta didn't seem to hurt Goku too much, who was missing all of his ki blasts. Goku was feeling an abnormal difficulty in the fight, and that made him appeal to his superior instinct, and as usual, as soon as he finished transforming, Vegeta was already in his superior ego. When the two went to this form, the combat became much more unbalanced, and this made life easier for Goku, who was now dominating the fight more. Both warriors were fighting with all their wits, but Goku was worried about what would happen to the Earth due to their forces colliding. Gradually, some Z warriors appeared to check where such energy was coming from, which was threatening to destroy the Earth. Goku then landed 2 blows to Vegeta's stomach and kicked him away, as he wanted to end the duel as quickly as possible. But Vegeta fiercely advanced on Goku, who was on the defensive. Without many choices, Goku decided to go all out against Vegeta and hit him with several consecutive blows. Vegeta was seeing his defeat until he took a punch that made him fly away. Then a Kamehameha was launched by Goku, hitting Prince Vegeta. That was enough for Goku to leave Vegeta unconscious. However, something out of the ordinary was happening. A green aura was surrounding Vegeta's body. Hey guys, I know it's sad when today's video unfortunately ends, but don't worry because the next episodes are coming. If you liked it, don't forget to leave your like. It helps us a lot and motivates us to continue with these videos that you like so much. Comment your theories of what might happen in the next episode and share the video with your friends so you can watch it together. That's it. See you guys.